Hello and welcome to another episode of the Adobe Creative Suite podcast. My name is Terry White. In this episode we're going to take a look at how to remove an annoying sound from a video, or from the audio in the video actually. So I shot some DSLR video last weekend with my D7000, and I noticed when I got home there was like this continuous hum throughout the video, actually throughout the audio. So let's go ahead and take a look at how to clean that up quickly and easily with just a couple of adjustments using Premiere Pro and, more importantly, Soundbooth. So here I am in Premiere Pro CS5, and I've got my memory card right from the D7000 just mounted right in my MacBook Pro here. I'm just going to go ahead and click on that memory card, open it, open the folder, and there are all my movies from the last recordings I did. And I know the one I want is number 63. So I'm just going to go ahead and drag that right into my bin. I don't have to copy it to the hard drive first, although I could, but I don't have to. And I'm going to go ahead and preview that so you can hear it.
2,800 square foot studio in Maumee, Ohio, and we shoot weddings all over the world. So although I work with the US.com.
Not sure how well you can hear it, but I can hear this low-level hum throughout. So I'm just going to go ahead now and edit this video by putting it on its own timeline. But I didn't create one yet, so I'm just going to have the video create one automatically. Just by dragging it down to the new button for new item. That will be a new sequence in this case. And I'm just going to go ahead and rename that sequence John from Westcott, because that's who it is. And now I've got the video on its own timeline ready to edit. But again,
different order every time though. Short.
I want to get rid of that hum. Let's see if we can find a spot where the hum is.
You do those six just real one.
Sure, I will repeat as many times as you want.
So we have that hum throughout the entire video from start to finish. And what I want to do is eliminate it. But I don't know how. I'm not an audio engineer. I don't spend a lot of time in audio programs. But one thing that's great is that with Premiere Pro and the Production Premium or the Master Collection Suite, you get another program called Soundbooth. And Soundbooth is very easy to use. I'm just going to go ahead and right-click on this movie, and there is a Edit in Adobe Soundbooth command, Render and Replace. So once I choose that, it will automatically fire up Soundbooth. Once Soundbooth launches, it'll go ahead and open up that movie clip with its audio track directly in Soundbooth. I can go ahead and play it.
2,800 square foot studio in Maumee, Ohio, and we shoot weddings all over.
And again, the hum is there. The next thing I want to do is go ahead and reduce it. But again, I don't know a lot about audio engineering and editing, but I do know how to read. There is clean up audio. So we'll just go ahead and click that. And there are very easy buttons here. Now, there is one feature I love about this particular choice is that there is a capture noise print. So if you had a spot in the audio where the person wasn't talking, it was just the noise, then you could select that area just by dragging a marquee selection around it and then capture the noise print. That tells Soundbooth what the noise is right off the bat. So it says eliminate this, and then you can take that right out of the audio and the rest of the audio would be there. And this, unfortunately, he didn't stop talking really long enough for me to get a good noise print. So I'm just going to do the next best thing. I'm just going to go have Soundbooth go after the noise it knows. So I will go ahead and bring up the noise button. And I'm going to bring it all the way down and then hit preview so you can hear it.
2,800 square foot studio in Maumee, Ohio, and we shoot weddings all over.
Now, I have a light to aggressive slider. I'm just going to go ahead and drag that over.
And I'm going to run through the basics of studio lighting, okay? So many times, I teach a lot of seminars, and people they're intimidated by the thought of lighting.
I don't hear any more.
By show of hands, real quick, how many people know everything about lighting?
And I can also choose the slider here.
How many people know nothing about lighting?
I can't push my hands down hard.
Right. Honest answer, how many people are intimidated by the thought of using lighting anywhere besides inside their studio? Or even in their studio?
Now, if I go too far...
Lighting is so easy, guys. It is super simple. And I am going to simplify it.
It sounds like the noise is gone, but he might sound a little too muffled in that case.
20 minutes.
I'm going to back off just a bit.
Let's break it down.
And then click OK. Now, that will go ahead and remove the noise from that audio clip very quickly. And then there's a couple more things I noticed in that clip that I want to take care of. Okay, we'll let that finish. Now the next thing I noticed was that there was some clicking going on, and again it almost sounded like a clock or something in the room that was doing a continuous click. So I'm going to do clicks and pops, and again take it all the way down, preview it.
2,800 square foot studio in Maumee, Ohio, and we shoot weddings all over the world. So although I work with the FG Westcott company, I'm also a working pro as well.
And we'll click OK there. Have it remove those clicks and pops. And last but not least, I noticed he was kind of, the audio was kind of pegging the meters there. We will go ahead and just come down here and choose. We have equalize and louder. I'm just going to go ahead and equalize the volume levels. And that will just make them more consistent all the way through.
So although I work with the FG Westcott company, I'm also a working pro as well. So I make my living doing this also. And I'm going to run through the basics of studio lighting, okay?
And now that I've got the audio equalized, I can reduce the audio levels here or back in Premiere Pro. So just go ahead and turn it down a bit.
Okay. So many times I teach a lot of seminars that people they're intimidated by the thought of lighting. By show of hands, real quick, how many people?
That sounds about right. And we'll go ahead now and just simply quit Soundbooth. Of course, when I quit Soundbooth, it's going to ask me, do you want to save your changes? The answer is absolutely yes. And that will return the clip with the adjusted audio right back to my timeline. Now, let's look at the one before I brought it to the timeline. Let's go ahead and listen to that one again.
2,800 square foot studio in Maumee, Ohio, and we shoot weddings all over.
That's the original audio. Now this is the new audio.
2,800 square foot studio in Maumee, Ohio, and we shoot weddings all over the world. So although I work with the
big improvement on the audio. So again, without having to know a lot about audio quality and audio, engineering and working with, more professional audio programs, I can just do a couple simple things right here in Soundbooth with just sliders and listening to where if the audio sounds better or not. So that's it. Just a quick look at how to fix the audio in your clips that you're editing in Premiere Pro. Take them right over to the Soundbooth, fix it, bring it right back. My name is Terry White, and thanks for watching.